Rose Coleman popping in. It is Friday and I'm super excited. This is a recorded video because I am currently at my retreat in Canmore. There are 29 of us out there this weekend to do my fall paper crafters retreat. So I pre-filmed this video so that I would be consistent to come live, not live, but it's going to post live at 1 p.m. on Friday, like normal. And I've got all the names in the draw here, like I do every week. I draw for the prizes for 2 people who shared the video from last week. So I've got all the names in here. Thank you everybody who shared. So same thing, if you're watching this replay on YouTube or here on Facebook, you can click the share button and share my video and your name and come back to the comments and say that you shared it. And then your name goes in for next week. So let's see what I have for you this week. I have some ribbon. I love, love, love this rich raspberry ribbon. Let's see who the winner is. And the winner is Amanda. Yay, Amanda. Congratulations. The second prize that I have for you this week is some black cord. And with Halloween just around the corner, you might be able to use this on your projects. See that cord? It's really shiny and shimmery. So let's see who won that. Now this one is a thicker ribbon spool. So I will be unraveling this and putting it around a cardstock piece to fit it into for Canada Post, because it's so crazy how much it would cost to mail something this thick. It would be considered a parcel. So it will come different, okay? Just want to let you know that up front. Okay, so the winner of the black cord is Debbie. So Debbie lives here in Calgary, and I will see you, Debbie. So I won't unravel that for you. I will keep it because I won't be mailing it. I'll be delivering it, or you can pick it up. Okay, let's get started on today's project. I have something to share with you that we're going to be doing this weekend in Canmore. When the ladies join me for my retreat every time I go twice a year in spring and the fall. They get a goodie bag. They get Stampin' Up stuff. So they're getting a stamp set and some other things, and I design make and take projects for them to do with the stuff that I give them. So one of the things we're doing, I'm going to share with you right now. So let's get started. Okay, let's get started. One of the things I am always excited about for my retreat is the make and takes and the projects that I create using the stamp set or the product bundle that my guests get at my retreat. So this weekend, the ladies are going to be receiving the Christmas Gleaming stamp set. So I had the challenge to come up with some ideas to share with them on what to do with their stamp set. So they're going to get the stamp set. They're also going to get a quarter of the package of Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. It's a specialty paper. I'm just going to show you, like I usually do, I want to show you the patterns because they're beautiful. Just bear with me while I open this package. So they're going to get a quarter of this package. So as you know, there's 2 sheets of 12 by 12 in every 2 designs, right? In every package. So they're going to get a piece that measures 6 by 12. And there's going to be plenty to do their make and takes. They're going to have lots left over to take home. So let me show you one side of this paper. So here is the pretty peacock background with the copper. Now my lighting's kind of crazy in here. I had to close the blind because the sun was so strong, but you can still, I think, see that shine. So that's the pretty peacock with the copper. We've got Night of Navy with the copper stars. We've got this one is my favorite design. Look at all those ornaments and look at the copper. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I'll show you all the designs and I'll flip it over and show you the back side. Okay, so we've also got this design. I think this is like my second favorite pattern. Oops, if I can get it picked up here. And it's got the copper as well. And we've got the Night of Navy, almost looks like snowflake a little bit, copper. And the last pattern is this one. This is the Mossy Meadow background with the copper accents. So all of these sheets that I have here on the camera have the copper accents on them. So when I flip the paper over, you'll see the other patterns. And I love this because when you look at these patterns at first glance, you can see, actually even these first three patterns here, they can be used for all kinds of masculine cards, different projects throughout the year. Even this one, I mean, it does have a bit of a Christmas look to it, the last one with the pretty peacock, but you could make it work, a little piece on a card. So love, love, love this paper. So they're going to get a quarter of a package of this. They're going to get their stamp set. They're going to get the paper. What else are they receiving in their goodie bag? They're also receiving, I have here, these are the brightly gleaming foil elements. Now they're going to get one sheet of this, okay? And I'll show you on the project I'm going to do today which elements they're going to use. They're going to have some of these left over as well. So they're going to get that. They're going to get, well, we're going to get a, I didn't bring it down with me, but yes, I did. The clear packaging for cards. So they're going to get all of the supplies to make 4 cards. It's almost like a Stamp-A-Stack, really, with 4 cards. And they're also going to get one of these clear boxes, so when their cards are complete, they can put them all in this box, and they could wrap this with ribbon, put a little tag on it. It could be a gift. So they're going to get their box. They're going to get all the supplies. I've already got them all pre-cut. They're up on my kitchen table. My sister was over last night, and she helped me pre-cut everything and score it all, so the cards are ready to go for the ladies. And then I have another project that I want to show you today that they're going to get all the supplies cut for, and this is going to be a home decor project. So that's what I want to actually put it together and show you what it looks like, because I'm actually going to be offering my retreat to go as a class to go, okay? So the retreat to go will include everything that you get at the retreat, all the pillow gifts, the make and takes, all the projects that come in the goodie bag, the actual goodie bag itself. That's going to be my retreat to go. So you'll want to stay tuned for that, because I will be announcing that depending on the availability of products from Stampin'Up, of course. This paper is on back order, but it's coming in, I believe, this week. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. And then I will be offering, I already have this already purchased for my attendees this weekend, but for the retreat to go, I will need to be able to get this paper for you guys. Okay, so let's get started. The home decor project that I'm doing with them is, it's based on a 12 by 12, very vanilla cardstock, and it's called a 12 by 12 sampler. So this is a sampler. I might have mentioned I do a class like this quarterly. I want to get into the habit of doing this class monthly because people want to change out their sampler. So it's a display. So this project would be, you would have to purchase a frame, and I'm going to bring mine into the camera and show you. I bought this at Michael's, and it's basically a 14 by 14 frame, but it holds a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. Okay, so we're going to decorate that, and then we're going to put this in a frame, and then they can hang it on the wall, or they can stand it. I have a stand that I like to put mine in, and I'll show you when it's done. Okay, so they're going to get their 12 by 12 paper. I have pre-cut all of the layers for this, so I'm actually going to put it together right here with you today. So one of the add-ons that they can purchase this weekend, if they wish to make a purchase with me this weekend, is the matching punches, the ornament punches that go with the stamp set. They don't need it this weekend. They'll be using all of my supplies, but that is something that is a very good idea, is to get that and add it on to their orders, so that they can use it once they're at home, once they already have the stamp set. Okay, so you'll need, what I wanted to bring this up is because you'll need this if you're going to do yours at home as well. You're going to need the stamp set. So if you do purchase my Retreat to Go package, you are going to need the Christmas Gleaming stamp set. Okay, and I'll let you know, I will post it about all the inks and stuff like that you're going to need to do this project. But let me get started on the sampler. Okay, so I've got all my pieces here, and I'm just going to assemble them so you can see what the final product looks like. And I'm going to use Tombow glue because you guys know how much I love Tombow, but especially for something three-dimensional that's going to be standing, you know, upright, and you want to have it on display, you definitely want to have it so that it's secure, right? Okay, so I have pieces of cardstock, Night of Navy, and Mossy Meadow. I pulled out those colors for my project because they are in the designer series paper. I really like to pull the colors from the DSP. So I've got, let's see, I'm just gonna dump everything out here so I can show you. So this is what you'll be getting at home in your package as well. Okay, so I've got dies. Look at these dies. These are Merry Christmas dies from, I have the set here to show you. So this is the stamp set called Merry Christmas to All. And when I open it up, I'm going to show you because I put the matching dies in here. So it has Merry Christmas. It also has Happy Holidays. And there's another tag as well that you could use to cut out. See, I've got one there. There is another bigger tag, and I'm not sure where that one went. It must be over by my die cut machine. Okay, so this is what I use to cut the Merry Christmas, and that'll all be cut for you. So you don't need to purchase this if you purchase my Retreat to Go. You will get the Merry Christmas already die cut. I just wanted to show you where I got this from. Okay, because I only use current product. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in my silicone mat, and I'm going to go ahead and flip over my Merry Christmas, and I'm going to put some glue, Tombow glue, just tiny dabs along the edges. Now you could use fine tip glue if you wanted. Anything you have at home that you like, you know, you have good control over so that you're not going to get glue everywhere. I'm just putting little tiny dabs on my Merry Christmas here. And then I can go ahead. This is probably the most work of the whole project, really, once you get all the pieces in the mail, is just putting the glue on this die cut, which it really isn't that bad. Okay. So I'm almost done, and I'm not sure. I did raise my camera height, so I hope you can see. Yeah, I think you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I've got that, and I'm going to, I think I might have lost the eye on my Merry Christmas. There is an eye that cuts, but it's okay. I can cut another one after when I go off screen. Okay, so I've got my Merry Christmas. I'm going to go ahead, and I've got a piece of Very Vanilla here. And what does it measure? It measures 7 inches by 3. Yes, 7 inches by 3. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Merry on here and just tap it down, and then the Christmas on the bottom. And I don't need my silicone mat anymore, so I'll just move that out of the way. And Christmas down here. Oops. Okay, so there we go. Our words are stuck down now. And I can go ahead and mount that onto the larger piece. So this measures 3 1/4 by 7 1/4 of Night of Navy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow glue around the edges. And I will mount that on here. There we go. That one's ready to go. The T, let's see, needs a little bit more glue there. Okay. Now for the eye, if I can't find my little eye, I may actually put a little rhinestone there. That's actually a good idea, and that'll just add a little bit more bling. Okay, I'm gonna put that off to the side. Then I have all these squares. Okay, let's just organize these for a second. So I have a Mossy Meadow one, and these stars are supposed to go on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the stars onto the Mossy Meadow. So these measure 3 by 3, and the DSP, and then the actual cardstock is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So for my Night of Navy squares, I have, how many do I have? I have a lot. Okay, so I have 2 Mossy Meadow squares, and the rest are Night of Navy. And then you can lay it out just like I'm doing here when you get it at home. And this is how it goes. So we just have the 2 Mossy Meadow, the one with the leaves and then the one with the stars. They get mounted on Mossy Meadow. So let's go ahead and stick all of this down. And then we can start to assemble. So these are done. This is a piece of Very Vanilla that I ran through the hammered metal embossing folder. I love, love, love that folder. So I did it in Very Vanilla, and I also did 2 pieces in the Night of Navy as well for this project. So there's the Night of Navy. I'm going to go on that square. And so you can tell, like, this project will go together pretty quickly because everything is pre-cut for you, which is nice. You could put this together and give it as a gift. Would make a lovely gift for someone. Using Stampin'Up products, you can purchase more paper and make multiple gifts for people. would be a nice idea. I love giving handmade gifts. It really truly comes from the heart when you make something with your hands. Okay, last one here. Putting this one. This is my favorite pattern. These ornaments with the copper accents are just gorgeous. Okay, now let's bring in our 12 by 12 layout, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to put this together. So there's my 12 by 12 paper, and I'm going to put Mossy Meadow here. I'm going to put ornaments there. This one goes down here. I'm just kind of, I haven't stuck any glue, I haven't put any glue on the back yet. I'm just putting them where I think I want to put them. Okay, actually, this one I'm going to switch and put it up here, and this one's going to go here. So this is my like basic outline. Then my title is going to sit right here. Okay, so this is basically the design of my sampler. So, oops, we can go ahead and put all this down now. So I'm just going to flip each piece over and put my Tombow glue on the back. And then I'll just, and Tombow glue doesn't dry that quickly, so we do have a little bit of time to work with, so we don't need to rush. Let's see, yes, this one, and then this big guy. There. Okay, so let's put the cap on my Tombow so I don't get that all over the place. And what I like to do, I love to use the Stampin' Up! Grid paper. Now, if you put the grid paper underneath your project, you can put your 12 by 12 paper right on the grid lines in the corner, and then you can use that as a guide. So what I want to do is I'm going to move my middle piece out of the way. I like to do my corners first. So I'm going to bring this one in here and just line that up with the bottom. Then I'm going to do the top one and line it up with the top corner, like so. And I'm just going to leave my Mossy Meadow ones for now, and I'm going to do this one over here. I hope my head's not in the camera. Try and be steady here. So lay that one down. I'm going to leave this one for now, and I'm going to do this corner down here. I'm just going to slide it up so I'm still on my grid paper, and then I can hopefully get it, you know, hopefully straight. It is homemade, so if it's not perfect, it's okay, right? Handmade is not perfect. That's what I always tell my class attendees. Don't worry if it's not perfect. It's handmade, it's an original. Okay, so now you can pick what you want to do because when you have your two end pieces, it's easier to line up the middle piece. So I'm going to take this one, and now I can eyeball the middle of these two, leaving that amount of space in between. And when I'm happy with it, I'll press it down, and let's go ahead and do the Mossy Meadow squares. So I'm going to stick this one right here. Love that copper accent. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And then this one goes down here. And then we can bring in our title piece. I'm going to line that up with the edge here and press that down. There we go. So now we have our basic design. Now we get to do the fun stuff, the decorating. Okay, so I have from Winter Woods. Winter Woods is a stamp set that stayed in the catalog, and it has dies. These are the dies that I use, the two tree dies. So the background tree and the front tree, I use them. I cut those out of Mossy Meadow cardstock. And here they are. So this will be in the kit too. So the ladies will just have to go ahead and decorate with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the front tree to the back tree with Tombow. And I'm going to stick it, put my Tombow glue like on the end limbs, because this die here has a bit of dimension to it. It has the little cuts in it, so you can fluff up your tree if you wanted to. So I'm going to stick that down onto the background piece, and I'm going to line up the point at the top and just lay that down like that. And just press it, make sure it's in place. And then I can take my thumb and I can actually fluff up the tree, the little limbs. This stamp set and die set was in last year's occasions catalog or holiday catalog, and it made it into our annual catalog this year, and I was super happy because now I get to still play with it and promote it with my customers and you guys, of course, to show you how, like, we still have lots of beautiful things carrying over. So there's my tree. So I'm going to go ahead and put that tree down on this block with some dimensionals. So let's put this one. I'm going to use 3 dimensionals on my tree. And I'm going to put that right here at the bottom. Okay, and even after you've got it anchored down, you can go ahead and, whoops, I got a dimensional piece there. And you can fluff up that tree. Okay, what else are we going to do? We have some stitched squares. These will be in your kit. So we're going to use the stamp set to ink these up. I've already done that through the magic of camera. I did 2 stamps from the Christmas Gleaming. So I did Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly and Be Jolly this Christmas season, or this season. So I'm going to put these, I'm going to put one up here and one down here. And I think they need to be on dimensionals too, just to pop them up. And you know, this is actually going into a frame that's a shadow box. So you can add dimension with dimensionals and it won't be squished by the glass. So that's something to keep in mind when you do these projects. You can make it as 3D as you want. I really like to pop things up. Okay, so let's put this one up at the top. Get all these little pieces of wax off. Okay, this one goes up here. Like that. Then I have gone ahead. Now the ladies will have access to all of my ink pads and everything, so that everything will be out for them this weekend to make their projects at the make and take table. But what I've done is I've stamped this image in Night of Navy and I punched it with the punches. That's going to go right there. Then I use the same punch, this larger of the 2 ornament punches, this one right here. They come as a package, by the way, you get both of them. And I used the designer series paper and I punched out a shape. So that's going to go, these ornaments are going to go right there. Let's grab some more dimensionals and put those on. Like so. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. The phone rang and I did not realize that my iPhone cut off. I kept going with the video, but then when I stopped to look at the screen, I realized I was not filming. So let me catch you up with where we are. I got my ornaments onto the layout with dimensionals. Then I went ahead and put the star from the foil accents up in this corner. I went ahead and put these foil accents over the Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly, and I put the ornament there. I put a star down here, and I put another star on the tree. I think that's what I missed, or you guys missed. I was filming, but I was doing it, but it wasn't filming. Okay, let's catch you up. So then I took out of the stamp set, the Christmas Gleaming, this image right here. I stamped it with Memento twice onto the Very Vanilla cardstock, and I colored the leaves with my Mossy Meadows blends, okay? So now I'm ready to color in these little berries, and I'm gonna use Pretty Peacock. So I took my Pretty Peacock ink pad and I squeezed the lid to make this tiny little puddle at the top of my, oops, I need to keep it exposed so I can use it. So I'm going to use a blender pan. Let me just grab my blender pan. So the blender pan, it doesn't have anything. It's just basically water and glycerin. But when you touch it on ink, you now have that color of ink. So I'm going to color in my berries here. And you have to go back and get more ink because you're only getting a tiny bit at a time, but that's good because it gives you lots of control of the ink. And I don't want them to be really dark, so this is perfect. And there we go. And then when you're done, you can take your blender pen and you work off the color on your scrap paper, and then it's good to go for the next time. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to bring in my snips, my paper snips, and I'm going to cut out these little berries. So I'm just going to hold the cardstock in my hand, and basically I'm turning the cardstock and I'm holding the scissors stationary, if that makes any sense. That's what I like to do when I fussy cut. I call this fussy cutting. So I'm leaving a teeny tiny bit of a vanilla edge around all of my images. And sometimes I just like to make the paper smaller just so that I have good control with my hands. So I'm just gonna keep trimming this out like so. You know, there was a time when we didn't have dies at all, and you always had to fussy cut. Now we have lots of dies, but this stamp set has beautiful punches with it. But it is nice to fussy cut these out so you can layer them and put them exactly where you want. So it just takes a few seconds, but it's worth it. Okay, almost done. Just a little bit more on that one. And we'll fussy cut this one. And you know, like I said before, the ladies are at the retreat this weekend. They have lots of time on their hands, so they can come to the make and take table and they can sit and color and trim their berries, and they can make their layout or their 12 by 12 sampler. That's what this is. Now this could be used as the first page of their Christmas album if they wanted to, or they can add a second very vanilla 12 by 12 piece and make it a 2-page spread. It'll be up to them. But this is what is included for the make and takes for the weekend, so I'm going to encourage them if they don't already have a frame. I know some of them do like to have these samplers on display in their home. You can have them for all different occasions. You can have them for, you know, after Christmas. We could do a Valentine's one. I mean, we have stamps just about for every occasion of the year, right? Okay, so I've got those done. I'm ready to put those on top up here now of my ornaments. They're going to be my accents. Let's grab some dimensionals and put them on the back here. And I just have one more bling. Now, the ladies that are coming out there that are in Canmore with me are going to have lots and lots of stuff with them. We load our cars really full when we go on retreats. So they're going to have other projects and products with them. If they want to add more bling to their pages, they can. I also have these stars for them, and I was thinking they could put, you see these gold stars? They're called Star Designer Elements. So let's pop them out. They have adhesive. I got one here. I'm going to put it on top of the star at the top up here. So these are fun. I'm just going to put that right in the center of this star. A star on a star. And there we have it. There's my 12 by 12 sampler ready to go in the frame. Let's grab the frame and go ahead and put that in. So I'm going to just bring my frame in and lift it. Oops. Lift this back piece out like this. I'm going to lay that down like that. And then this is going to be ready to put on display. It always looks way better when you put it in a frame. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, there we go. ready for my stand. And I can put this at my front door or on my fireplace mantle, and it's gonna look great for Christmas. Thanks so much for joining me for Facebook Friday, recorded today. And if you have any questions about today's project, please let me know, and I will be back soon. Bye.